Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm pretty excited because my next guest is a Jesuit priest, author, and editor-at-large of America Magazine. His latest book is called Learning to Pray. Please welcome to a late show, Father Jim Martin. Father Jim, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And I assume as a priest you are willing to forgive me for bumping you before Christmas because we had the Bidens on at the last minute.
Yes, I give you a full absolution for that.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Now, I interviewed you 9 times over the Colbert Report. Completists of Stephen Colbert's oeuvre will know that you were the chaplain of the Colbert Nation, but that was basic cable. Now we're on network. Do we need? Do I need to make you at least Monsignor? Or do we need to kick you up to Bishop of the Colbert Nation? What shall it be?
Oh, that's a little grand for a Jesuit. Chaplain's fine.
Chaplain's
Chaplain
fine.
is just
Okay.
fine.
Really? You don't
I
have any
accept.
desire to wear the scarlet and the beretta or anything like that?
No, we Jesuits make a promise not to strive for high offices, and so chaplain is just great.
Now wait a second. That doesn't quite. That's a little. That doesn't quite pass the smell test because not striving for a high office. We got our first Jesuit Pope right now. Aren't the Jesuits pulling for him a little bit? Like, aren't you guys doing a little bit of an end zone dance when he became the Pope?
The key is he didn't strive for it. That's the difference. That's the Jesuitical distinction there.
Well, I want to talk about the new book, Learning to Pray. I could certainly learn a little something about praying. You and I have talked about praying. I've come to talk to you at times. I believe you once I told you the way I pray once, and I believe in the nicest way possible, you described my praying as somewhat academic.
I'm sure he meant that in the best possible way.
He did, because I had a way I did it. You're like, loosen up, baby, improv. So what are some different ways that people don't consider praying? Because I know that so many people in COVID right now, many people are turning to their faith, and it's very frustrating for them because of the limitations of social distancing. People don't feel comfortable going to church. I've been a few times, but it's still I still do feel a little uncomfortable when I hear somebody coughing in the sacristy.
Yeah, it's natural. There's lots of different ways to pray. I talk about them in my book. It depends on who you are. There's no real right way to pray. You could say that there are kind of content-heavy prayers with images, if you imagine yourself in a scripture scene, or words from the Bible people use, and maybe more content-light prayer, where you just imagine yourself in the presence of God, centering prayer, those kinds of things. So it depends who you are, and it also depends on where you are in your life, because different kinds of prayer can appeal to you, at different times of your life.
Now, you said there's no wrong way to pray, but haven't the last 2,000 years been, replete with battles over the fact that, members of the church you and I belong to fighting with perhaps offshoots or other great churches in the world, like the Filioque heresy of 1054, where the Greeks broke off because we added, Filioque to the Nicene Creed. There are fights over the right way to pray. Let's not gloss over history here, Jim.
No, that's true, and I'm not normally used to hearing Filioque on late night, but that's pretty impressive.
You should watch the show more. We talk about it at least once a week, the Filioque
once
heresy.
a week. I think, the key is, certainly there are religious battles, but the key is there's no right or wrong way to pray for an individual. So whatever way that you feel draws you into God's presence is fine. So in other words, you can't say to someone, you shouldn't pray the rosary, or you should pray the rosary. It's, it's whatever suits you best, your personality. And, different kinds of people like different kinds of prayer, and that's okay. It's like any relationship, right? I mean, you relate to people in different ways, so that's okay. So it's being open to new ways of praying and different ways of praying.
Is there a most surprising way of praying? Does prayer have to include words?
No, I mean, oftentimes it doesn't. Oftentimes people like to pray just in God's presence, and it's wordless, and they feel a sense of God's presence. Sometimes if for example, you go to the ocean, and you see the sea almost as an image of God's immensity or vastness. I mean, the ocean is not God, but, you can pray with those kinds of images, which are very wordless, and draws you into a sense of God's presence. So, it depends on the person.
The ocean is not God. I've read Moby Dick. The whale is God, I believe.
Very good.
Very good. Now, we're both lifelong Catholics. You're supposed to go to church. You're supposed to receive communion at least once a year, right? That's the rule. Okay. What about now during COVID? Are there any special dispensations going on out there? Like some,
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah?
Yeah, it's very difficult for people to make it, especially if they're elderly or sick. And so, a lot of bishops and even pastors have talked about being dispensed, that you don't have to go if you're in danger. There's a wonderful prayer about spiritual communion that, even if you're not there physically to receive the Eucharist, that you have a desire for it. And I think God understands that.
Let's talk about 2021. Pope declared this year the year of Saint Joseph. What's the significance? Why is he giving Saint Joe the big job?
Oh, he's very devoted to Joseph, and I actually think Joseph is the perfect saint for the pandemic. I mean, he leads, what theologians call the hidden life, right? I mean, as you know, we know very little about Joseph other than he was a carpenter. He's given no lines to speak in the New Testament, and he leads a very hidden life of great service to Jesus. And you think of people today, struggling through COVID, who are leading very hidden lives. God sees the sacrifices they're making, right? That they don't make the front page of the newspaper, and yet they're really valuable. So I think Joseph's kind of a beautiful pandemic saint.
I always liked
the patron saint
the
of the hidden
patrons.
life.
I like these also, the patron saint of a happy marriage, no, of a good marriage and a happy death.
And a happy death.
Yeah, because
That's right.
Jesus on one side, Mary on the other. Can't do much better than that.
You can't, right.
We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, I will ask Father Martin if during COVID you really have to give something up. We've already given up so much.